Like when you was still fucking with Nas at the time that like the situation with Jay-Z was bubbling, did you see that shit brewing before Nas saw it?
Basically, what happened was this, man. Let me see. Around the time when we was working on the soundtrack for Murder Music, the movie, around the time we was shooting the movie, you know what I mean? I was in the hood every day, you know, shooting scenes and shit, and the whole hood was talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Pete shooting the movie, Pete shooting the movie. You know what I mean? So everybody would come outside to watch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, word started getting back to Nas. You know what I'm saying? What was going on and shit. So he started coming around. He jumped in the movie and shit, and we started working on the soundtrack, like I said, and we was in the studio called Soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? And we was working in there for a while, like every day. That was our studio. We was in there for years, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, Nas started booking sessions in Studio B. We used to have Studio A, Nas was Studio B, right next door, you know what I mean? So they say, yo, Nas next door. I'm like, word? Okay. So I go over there, check him out and shit. We talking, and he told me that he's working on a Queensboro album. You know what I'm saying?
So that's everybody from Queens.
Yeah, it was called the Queensboro album. You know what I mean? That is the QB album.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Queensbridge at first.
The projects. It was the borough.
It was the borough at first. You know what I mean? So he was telling me about that and shit. You know what I mean? And I had a conversation with him. I was like, yo, you know what we need to do? We need to make a song going that motherfucking Jay-Z fucking biting our style, son. And he got his little mans rapping about you. You know what I mean? That's when fucking Meth Bleak was saying shit like your life was written. So it's a bunch of bullshit trying to go at Nas, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, fuck that. We need to go at them niggas, son. Don't try to go at you. Anybody in our style, shooting his videos in the hood with plastic cups, with football jerseys, they trying to look like us, son. They biting our style, son. You know what I'm saying? So Nas was like, nah, it ain't really nothing, son. Like, I ain't going at, he ain't nobody to go at like that. I'm like, I'm telling you, son, this dude is throwing subliminal shots at niggas. And plus, I told him, like, in the song, on one of his songs on his album, he was like, oh, and Cough Up Alone, where I'm from, Marcy, son, where the nigga had the plastic cup and the football jerseys like us and shook ones. He had a line in there that said, I'm from the place where you and your mans hung out in every verse of your rhyme, you know what I mean? So I used to listen to that like, who the fuck he talking about, son? Because ain't nobody ever rhyme about Marcy before except for me. You know what I'm saying? I said that shit in the song called, I think it was Trife Life or something like that on the Infamous album. I said jetted through Marcy because D's ain't bagging me, you know what I'm saying? So I was the only nigga that said that shit. So he was talking about me, you know what I'm saying? He was taking shots at us. He said, I'm from a place where you and your little mans hung out in every verse of your rhyme, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he trying to say, you know what I'm saying? He taking little jabs at niggas and shit. So I told Nas, like, yo, son, you need to go at this nigga. He taking too many shots. He biting niggas style, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this nigga. So I'm telling you, like, nah, man. Nah, he ain't nobody. I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm gonna handle it myself. I already know what to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna let that shit slide, you know what I mean? So time passes, we in the studio working. I start noticing that Nas started like intercepting the people I was bringing into the studio. Because what I was doing was I was getting all the new rappers from Queensbridge and I was putting them on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Like who was new coming up at that time?
Was Nemesis and like Crime Fan, like different, a whole bunch of niggas. You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of like Littles. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a bunch of niggas new niggas that nobody really heard of. And I was giving them light by putting them on the movie soundtrack and by putting everybody in the movie, you know what I'm saying? So, I started seeing that Nas was like grabbing niggas and bringing them to his session when they was coming to my session and telling them to get on his album, you know what I'm saying?
At this time you was doing
Murder Music, the soundtrack.
But y'all spoke about, he told you want to do a Queens album.
Yeah, it was a Queensboro album.
Did you have a plan to do a QB album? You didn't have a plan at the time?
Nah, my plan was to do a soundtrack. Everybody from the hood, do a movie about Queensbridge, about Mobb Deep, put everybody from the hood in it, show love to the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the hood needed. Like, we should have been did that a while ago, but fuck it, do it now. Like, don't talk about it, be about it, you know what I'm saying? So I did it, you know what I'm saying? And basically.
You was snatching niggas from your
Yeah, I seen him snatching doing that, and I started peeping. And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Then I found out that he changed his name from the Queensboro album to the QB album. It was Queensbridge, and he started getting, now it's his album, he's getting all the new rappers from the hood, get everybody from the hood. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? He probably getting a little bit jealous because I'm not from Queensbridge. I'm shooting a movie about the hood. I'm putting everybody in it. I'm doing a soundtrack for the movie. I'm putting everybody on it, and making probably people look at him like, why you ain't do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your hood, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is P doing that, and why are you acting like you Nas the Don, like you too good to, you know what I'm saying, even come around and hang out with niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, I guess, to defeat that feeling, he started, like, trying to be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this shit too. I'm gonna do the QB album, you know what I'm saying? But he was doing it in a sneaky way, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, it's all good. I let him do his thing because to me, if you following, if you copying, that means you gotta keep up. That means I'm ahead of you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep up with me, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. He in the back, you know what I mean? So I was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So basically, right after that is when I said I did the little article in Source Magazine about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I said the shit where he said, you know, the little Snoop line, and how, you know, New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. And I was like, hold up, how this nigga gonna say that shit? I was like, he a bitch ass nigga for saying that, because the nigga wasn't nowhere around. How the fuck you gonna speak on this shit 4 years later? You know what I mean? Like 3 years later after the fact, you ain't had nothing to say back then, nigga. Like, shut your mouth, nigga, you know what I mean? Mind your business, I ain't got nothing to do with you, you know what I'm saying? So basically, Jake took that comment, and his little revenge was taking a picture of me from my grandmother's dance school back in the days when I was like 9 years old.
How did he get that picture?
I don't know, probably people he knew or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that picture is like, it's circulated. That picture, let me tell you, anybody can have that picture.
Okay.
That picture was put in a program. My grandmother used to have a dance school, you know what I'm saying? And every year she used to have concerts at Lincoln Center and at the Apollo, you know what I'm saying? And every year she used to make a program for her show. And then when you open the program, it got pictures of everybody in it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where that picture come from.
Now, how old was you in that picture?
I was 9 years old. It was 1983.
So if anybody, so basically anybody who say they ain't have a Michael Jackson jacket or wasn't breakdancing, they're fucking lying. I
mean, nah. Some people probably didn't fuck with that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I had that shit because I was feeling Michael Jackson. I thought I was Michael Jackson when I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas did.
So basically, I can understand a nigga like Jay-Z probably not being into that because he's like 10 years older than me. Niggas like 40. You know what I'm saying? So of course he probably wasn't into that. He was an older nigga back then. Me, I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? When I was 9, Jay-Z was fucking like 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? Nah. He was like, I'm bugging. Yeah, he's like 16, 17. So he was much older, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand how he feels, you know what I'm saying? If he think that's funny, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, when he did that, he put that up, boom, make people laugh. To me, what he did was, he's dancing. He the one that's dancing. In 2001, whenever he did that, whatever year it was he did that shit, he was dancing, because he dances around the subject, you know what I'm saying? You just dance around the whole subject, son. You just started to make people laugh instead of addressing what P talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, why you ain't address what P said? You know what I'm saying?
So after he did all that, did y'all ever see each other in the street?
Yeah, we seen. One day I was in Justin's, right? When they put that shit up, my man Ella G was in the concert. He called me, yo, P, I told you this picture was gonna come back to haunt you, nigga. I was like, what happened, son? Then he put the picture up, we used your Michael Jackson picture, son. I'm like, shit, I started laughing, right? I'm like, that's a funny nigga, that's some funny shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool, whatever, you know what I mean? So basically, maybe not even a year after that, it was like New Year's. And me and a whole bunch of my niggas, yo, Kiko was there that night, a whole bunch of us, so we went to Justin's, right? So we all chilling at Justin's and shit. And we there for a minute. Then I hear the DJ say on the mic, yeah, Jay-Z in the house, Jay-Z in the house, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, word, Jay-Z. We all look at each other, Jay-Z in the house, where he at? You know what I'm saying? So niggas start looking around for this nigga, where he at? So then all of a sudden, you see him come walking, him and JD come walking. We standing, we all lined up at the door, like you can't even get in and out the club without seeing us, you know what I'm saying? So we all lined up out the door. So the nigga, JD see us, he boogied.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
All right.
Jermaine Dupri boogied out the club. You know what I'm saying? He walked like, he left Jay-Z like, I ain't with you no more, nigga. He walked straight out the club, right? Now you see Jay-Z coming. And he see all us. He like, oh shit. He like, I walk through these fucking little bastards now, son. He got a little 2 security guards with him. That nigga walked straight up to me like, yo, there ain't no beef, son. It's just rap, son. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, right? I'm like, yeah, it's all good, son. It's all good. He's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just rap music, son. I ain't even like that. I'm like, it's all good. Then he walked out the club. You know what I mean? My niggas is tight. Kicker on the pound, son. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying, son? It's really nothing. You know what I'm saying? But after that, the nigga Nas put out a song called Build and Destroy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about
know
that.
What I'm saying?
You heard that? Like when he said, we invited you to the projects.
Yeah.
Remember, right? Was he one of the people that invited you to?
Nah. He couldn't help it if I was in Queensbridge or not. Like he couldn't do nothing about it. I was in Queensbridge if Nas said so or not. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't nobody to be saying who could come to Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like our block was totally different from their block. They on the whole other side and we on another side. You know what I'm saying? So he can't stop what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like
what made him come at you?
Basically, if you think about it, it was a chess move that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because I told the nigga, yo, we need to go at Jay. We need to go at Jay. He was like, nah. And then I started going at Jay. You know what I'm saying? And Jay started going at me. So now it's a Prodigy Jay-Z thing. Now I was thinking about that like, nah, it can't be no Prodigy.
You say you felt left out?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He greedy like that, you know. He like, nah, just the same thing he did with the soundtrack, same thing with the movie. He like, nah, I can't let P do this. I gotta be the one that do this. So that's what that was about, basically. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think he heard some of the talk that P is better than Nas? Do you think he heard that talk?
Oh hell yeah, niggas was telling him that. The whole hood probably told that nigga, yo, P got one up on you. What you gonna do, son? But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't never feel like that. I always look at Nas like that nigga's one of the illest motherfuckers that rap.
So when he did the Build and Destroy rhyme, like, did you holler at him after that? I know you did the Central Park thing, but did you? When
he did the Build and Destroy shit, I was like, oh, right away, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, he just did a chess move, son. Because me and him had no beef.
Because nobody was like,
you know what I'm saying? And in the song, he like, oh, I always told you Prodigy was my man through the robberies and all. He was jealous of me and all that. I'm like, what is he talking about, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this dude talking about, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, so he just went at me to get me out the way, to make me look like, oh, Prodigy's the son. Yeah. He's the son's son. Nas is the real nigga from Queensbridge. He got P out the way. Now it's Nas and Jay-Z beef. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the move that he did when he did that. Then he dropped Ether. But then when he dropped Ether, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? I could, straight up and down, I could have never made no shit like Ether. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was for Nas to do. That was meant to happen.
How did you, like, lyrically, because I know you were lyrical through lyrically, did you think the shit was really up to par, or was you just like...
What?
Ether, did you think it was like...
What? Ether destroyed Jay. To this day, he can't fuck with that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit destroyed that nigga, son. Everybody's like, oh, he destroyed, son. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed him from beginning to the end of the song. He crushed him in his whole entire dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, son. He killed that nigga, son. I know he got under that nigga Jay's skin with that one.
So, like, right now, in this present day, like, you see them niggas smiling together, saluting each other in the video. What be going on through your mind when you see that shit?
I mean, it's all good, man, because this is a business at the end of the day. Niggas is making money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. He chose to do what he do, ride with that. That's his choice, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did, you know what I mean? You can't knock that, you know what I'm saying? He's staying relevant. He's staying doing what he do.
So did you and you had 50 said a line about y'all with Jay too. Yeah. Did you and him ever speak about that?
Nah. Basically, 50 was just like, he had said something like to the effect, he was like, I ain't try to diss Mobb Deep when I said that. I was just talking about something a real situation that really happened. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to diss Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? But we ain't never spoke about that shit. Like, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So if you was to have an ego, what's your ego like knowing that Jay-Z and Nas, you was on both of their minds? What did that say for you? Is your place in the hip hop?
I mean, it definitely say that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I must have got up under their skin too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they was like, I gotta handle this nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, when you did the Central Park shit, was it all good? Like, how did that come about when you did the Central Park shit?
Basically, we did Central Park, man. You know what I'm saying? And it went down kind of weird. You know what I mean? I really can't put my finger on it.
What kind of nigga is this nigga Nas? You know, people want to know from being around him. What kind of nigga is this nigga?
Nas is just like, you know what I'm saying? He like, he keep to himself, you know what I'm saying? And he try to like make it weird, like he the best out of everybody, you know what I mean? And like keep it like that, you know what I mean? Like he keep niggas at a distance. He don't want nobody getting on his level, like, you know what I'm saying? When he come around, he want everybody to like look up to him type shit, you know what I mean? So he won't always want to be, like I said, like the two instances I just showed you, the two examples I just showed you, man. He fucking got jealous because of the soundtrack and movie shit, and he got jealous because of the little Jay-Z rap bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of nigga he is, you know what I'm saying?
So going back to the Central Park shit, how did that come about?
Basically, it came about because of me. One day we was sitting in the studio and I heard Nas was over the radio. I heard he was doing a show at Central Park. You know what I mean? So I told Little, so I was like, yo, holla at Lord and tell Lord to holla at Son and tell him we want to perform at that shit. And Little was like, you sure? You know what I'm saying? You want to do that shit? I'm like, yeah, son, we need to be there. You know, Mobb Deep, Nas, Central Park, niggas need to see that, son. You know what I mean? So, cause that was a big event for the Central Park to let Nas perform. That's major, son. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck that. We got to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So niggas called and some like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, we ain't see each other. We ain't speak to each other since all the beef and records and shit. We've been dissing each other and shit. So we ain't even see each other to this day. So when we get there and shit, you know what I mean? I get inside and basically first thing I noticed was when I went in his trailer, you know what I'm saying, in the park, I noticed that I walked in, Khalees had a video camera and she was taping, you know what I'm saying? So I walk in, I'm like, yo, what up, nigga? And he's like, yo, what up, son, what up? He was like, I was like, yeah, I miss my nigga, I miss doing songs with you, son, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you don't miss me, fuck out of here, Pete, fuck out of here, you don't miss me, yo. I was like, nah, I'm dead ass, nigga, I'm serious, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, whatever.
If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you.